and gentlemen, it's your host, Cyber Gaming Studios. I hope you guys can hear this because I have pretty much the camera at a really good distance just to show this. So in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you on how to disassemble your PS4. This is a C12 1500A, I believe. Let me actually check that. Yes, it is. It actually is. It's a CUH1215A model of the PS4. This is not the PS4 Pro. It's pretty much the PS4 Pro is pretty much the same thing of how exactly you're going to be doing this. It may open differently from the original PS4, but basically, yeah. So this tutorial is just to show you on how to clean your PS4 lens and fix any read errors that you're having with your PS4. So let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is you want to remove the hard drive from your PS4 first. You don't want to do anything without removing it because you don't. Their PS4 hard drive is the brain of. It's a secondary. It's like almost like a brain, but it holds the whole operating system, your game files, everything. So the first thing you want to do is, in order to do this, is you want to go onto your faceplate right here, and you want to press and hold down, and you should instantly come out just like this. You should see it right here. You should see it on the camera. If you cannot see, I do apologize. I'm trying my best to make this as perfect video as I can. You're going to see as well, they're going to see this little area right here. Don't worry about this because you won't be needing to remove this. So don't worry about this. So you need to remove the hard drive, and the hard drive is usually placed right here. As you can see, I hope you guys can see it. It's placed right here. There's a screw right here, and what you're going to need for this project to do it, you're going to need a screwdriver that looks like, I don't know what the size of the screwdriver is, but it looks small, as you can see here. It looks really small. And then you're going to also, if you don't have security screws, which you're going to need to open the part, you can use the little tall, spiny phone Phillips, as you can see here. I have the different types just because one works better than the other. And you're also going to need for this project, you're going to need this, and you're also going to need Windex. So let me go get Windex just for a moment. Oh, right here. All right. You're also going to need Windex. I don't have that much, and I didn't get it with me, but that's fine. So here's Windex. You're going to need these, and you're also going to need as well these as well. This is for to clean the lens. You need 3. I suggest 3 just in case you screw up with both of them. So let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is remove your hard drive, and that's what immediately you want to get rid of first, because you don't want to put too much damage to your PS4. So what you want to do when you take your screwdrivers, put them out to the side or to a location you can find them. Preferably a container or anything like that. Then just have your 2 of your fingers and pull out the hard drive. You don't need to necessarily remove the hard drive at all from its chassis. You just want to move it to the side, which we're going to be putting it right here. Make sure if you're going to do this on a open wide area so you instantly can easily have access and you don't lose them. I done it on the carpet before, but the carpet was more of having issues losing it, so you don't want to do that. So yeah. Hold on, guys. This carpet. All right, this carpet was just making me having some issues with coming here. Man, I hate this carpet. I apologize for that, guys, in advance. But once you actually have the hard drive removed, you want to ensure to keep the cover off because you don't want to. You need to put the hard drive back in. You don't necessarily need to remove this part because there's nothing under here except the fan and stuff. So what you want to do is you want to flip the PS4 over, and you're going to see 2 screws. Hopefully you can see 2 screws right here and right here. I'll show you guys really closely. There's going to be one right here and one right here. And you need to remove that with security screwdrivers. So we don't have security screwdrivers because I'm cheap as fuck. and what you want to do is you want to find the correct flathead screwdriver. It works as well. And then unscrew it. It screws really good. Put those to the side where you can find them. And yeah, you don't want to open your PS4 constantly every month, every 6 months, every 6 or months or to a year. you can do it. It's fine. You just don't want to break the screws because after time they wear. So that's pretty much all the screws we need to remove as of now. So once you're done, you just need your tool for that. You remove the securities for the security bits to open the bottom because everything's on the bottom. And yeah, so you want to start off with mostly the sides first. So we're gonna start off with the sides. And get into the thing. So once you have your tool, just make sure you go on the sides and you just slip your, if you have like a phone prior, then that also works as well, but you can also use this. As you can see, we're actually removing the sides. You want to start off with the sides first because it's much more easier, but as time goes by, you keep going in and out of this, then you're pretty much going to have a smooth ride after you keep opening and closing, opening and close it. I have opened this piece for many times, just mostly just cleaning it. Once you actually remove once, oh shoot. Also be careful when you're actually standing up because sometimes you can actually push back in the casing, and that's what I just did just now. But it's okay, but it's easily to be removed and accessed. So you want to always remove it from the back. You always want to start from the back to the front because the back the front is more secure than the back. Once you're actually done with this part, you need to go do the other side of the casing. And if you want to keep your PS4 in good condition, just be careful how you handle it. Don't just slam it onto the thing just because you don't have the hard drive out. Don't slam it. You want to keep your thing in good condition as possible. Now that we have it both removed, the casing should be easily able to be removed, and you will be given these. You will be shown these. You'll see the Blu-ray drive right here. You see the fan right here, and the power board is the easiest one to remove. Here's how it looks like. The difference is because the different. We're gonna put this right here. The difference between the PS3 version and the PS4 version of the Blu-ray drives is that the PS3 version you don't necessarily need to remove. I mean, I'm not talking about the super slim. I'm talking about the slim and the fat. You can just easily having to remove the top of it and having to remove the top components to the thing. But it's kind of complex if you have a disc in there, so I suggest you remove your disc. I think I have a disc on here, but just give me one second and we'll continue. All right, guys, we're back. I had to remove the disc, so just be aware of that. So you pretty much shot the cut of the video, but so I would not make sure to be sure that your disc is out before you do even do this. I forgot to tell you guys this before we started the video, but I hope you just when you do this, remove your disc. If you haven't removed your disc, it's much more easier because you don't have to worry about having to align the components directly, because when you remove as I said, the casing of it, it's gonna go back in, and you don't want to have that. You just want to have everything in place so you guys can put it back in. It's really easy and it's simple like that. So once you actually have your disc out and you have it open just like this, you want to disconnect this connection right here. This is basically to the motherboard. This is to tell the system, okay, I want to eject the disk, and it will send the commands directly to the Blu-ray drive to eject that disk. You want to remove this so you don't damage this, because you're going to have to remove the whole thing. Don't remove this chip at all. You don't want to mess it up. And you're going to have to remove this antenna. This antenna can be a little bit of annoyance when you have it when you don't have it removed, because it does connect to the on a strip of the Blu-ray drive. Make sure you have all your as I said, screws that you need to take out. Just make sure you do not damage this, because this is your Bluetooth and your Wi-Fi connection. And that's it. Just move it to the side. You don't have to do anything. And next thing we need to do is we need to disconnect the wire. So you don't want to remove the drive just quite yet, because you need to remove the power. Now there is this ground. How you can see? Hope you can see it. There is this ground face placing, and this is necessary because when you need to have everything installed. You know, everything here, because this is ground right here. This is what's keeping power grounded. So without this, you're gonna have some issues with power. So you want to put this down to the side for just right now, and then you're gonna need your your crosshead screwdriver, and you're gonna need to unscrew them. Usually, if you open them for the first time, open your PS for the first time, they are gonna be a little bit tough to open, so you're gonna have to apply a little bit of pressure when you do open them. But do not open them. Do not take them out with a flathead. Because if you do, you're going to scrape the screwdrivers, and you don't want to do that. And there you go. We're all set. All right. Once they're removed, make sure you can keep them inside, but make sure you put them to the side because you're gonna need them. You're gonna need to put that back. Then we're done with this right now because we're gonna need this after this. So we're gonna need this again soon, and we're gonna get our screwdriver, and we're gonna have to not disassemble, but take out the power supply. So the power supply is really in the back of the console. Not a lot of people know. Like the Xbox One has I think it does have a inside power supply. I'm not fully sure. I think it doesn't. So PS4s, I think it's the only one as of right now that has an indoor power supply. I think the Scorpio is going to have one too, of a power supply. So I pretty much think that is trying to compete with the PS4. Yeah, I'm having trouble just removing this one because this one just likes to like hang right there. Here we go. We'll pop that out. I hope you guys can see. If you guys can't see it, I do apologize. I'm trying the best I can to include this. It's not really easy when you don't have an actual camera. Oh, it fell in there. So let's pull that out. Thank God that didn't fall off on the floor because that would have been a total mess. Once you have actually the power supply all this unscrewed, you're gonna have to lift from this side. Don't lift from the right on the left side. Lift from the right side that's on the fan where the fan is. Lift up carefully. Don't force it. And then you're also gonna have to lift up from the back because you also gonna need to have support from there. If you have some issues, you can as well go from the side, but I recommend not to. And you're going to still have to be careful because sometimes, if you do it wrong, you can break the console. Sometimes using these tools is also helpful too. There we go. So now we have the power supply off. We can just disconnect the powers right now. And the reason why I'm telling you guys to be careful because there is two prongs that can be very sensitive. I mean, they're sturdy enough. They're sturdier than the PS3s, but you definitely don't want to break this because this is also ground. If you break that, then your power supply may be good, but this will be fucked, and you don't want that to happen. So, let's put that to the side, right here, and now we gotta disconnect the Blu-ray drive. Boom, boom. There are three main connections that goes to the Blu-ray drive, and that's pretty much it. All you need to do is just unscrew the drive itself. There's a screw right here, right here, right here, and right here. And once you unscrew them, you can just lift the Blu-ray drive up from the chassis. If you're having any trouble taking the screws out, just don't worry about them. Focus on another one. And if, like as you see, this one's kind of worn down, so I'm gonna have to use the other one. Okay, this one's being a little of a bitch. Okay, this one's coming out. It's just coming out really slowly. It's just so tight in there that it's giving me trouble. That's why the other one, because these are old. These screwdrivers are old, so depending on, that's why I have two of these, because one works better than the other for certain things, and the other one doesn't. You know, it all depends. We're gonna put these to the side because we're gonna need them. We're gonna need them back. One day, guys, I'll show you how to clean your PS4 properly. I think I've done that already. I'm not fully sure if I removed it, but I never think I never ever did one. But if you guys want me to show you how to clean your PS4, just let me know. And I also have to announce, guys, if you guys have made it this far into the tutorial, we dropped 500 likes on this video. 500, not furthermore, 500. If we get more, that's fine. But if we get to 500 likes on this video, I will be giving out a Zombie Chronicles completely free, out of my own pocket. 500 likes, guys, to get Zombie Chronicles to give away for free, out of my own money. So we gotta get this is how we can get that. Once you actually have, if it can't come out, then just lift the Blu-ray drive completely out, place it in front of you, and we're gonna move the PS4 chassis to the side because you don't need it right now. Now we have the Blu-ray drive. You're gonna flip the Blu-ray drive over. Oh, there it goes. And you're gonna see it right here. Let me check the camera to make sure. Alright, guys. Alright, so now that you see the Blu-ray drive, the reason why I wanted you guys to remove your disc is because you want to ensure that it's not open like this. Because if it's open like this, it's gonna basically you're gonna have to do that when you insert it. So you don't want to do that. So the best thing we're gonna need our other screwdriver. What we really need, because the screws are small, so that's why I told you guys you need one of these. And unscrew the back. There's only 2 screws that you need to unscrew in general. There's one right here. Make sure that you keep them separated because they are different from the others. Way different. And boom. Now once you're done, you're going to have to lift from the back carefully and then just pull out forward like that. Then put it to the side like downwards because you don't want to ensure. Now you have access. Now you have direct access to the lens and to everything. You don't want to remove anything from here except clean the lens. You can clean the other areas, but do not remove the rods because I have not tested removing the rods. So what you need to do is you need to instantly just take your Windex and just spray some Windex on just one side of the thing. If you're having some trouble, like this one has some trouble, I have to buy more Windex. Just spray some Windex on one tip. Make sure it's not like all wet and stuff like that, like completely where it's gonna drip. And then once you're actually done, just go hover over the lens and just go clockwise or counterclockwise. It doesn't really matter. Just don't go over to the sides. You just want to go stick to the middle. Be very careful because your Blu-ray lens is very, very sensitive, and if you squeeze on it too hard, then it's gonna break. You can also use this side to clean the areas within the Blu-ray drive. Like if it's all dusty, you just wipe it around the areas where it's all dusty. Make sure you don't get onto the mechanical areas because you do not want to break that. The reason why I tell you to also do this is because it also expands your lifespan of your Blu-ray drive. So games wouldn't be dusty when they go in and they won't come out. You can also clean the front because the front is hard to access to, but it's all good. And then just use the other Blu-ray strips to just dry it off. Just dry it off. Just dry off the drive. You can use like a little brush to brush it, but I recommend just having something wet just to and then dry it with something else, just to keep it brand new and just like clean and stuff. It's just more worth it. It's like so dusty, man. All right. Make sure that you also have another one. If you're sure that you didn't get cleaned very enough, just make sure that you also dry. Make sure you also can make sure that the Blu-ray lens is really, really dry. Because you want to ensure that it's dry. Because if you have it wet and you put it back together, the most likely it's going to screw up and it's not going to be able to read, and then it might seep into the cracks a little tiny bit and screw up the lens because there is a laser that comes out. Once you actually finished, check under the chassis if you want to see if there's any dust. But there's no dust in here because I cleaned it last time. And all you need to do is just place it back onto, there's like these little hooks. Place it down like this, and then just lay it down like that. It should lay down like simply like that, and then put it back together. Oh, got the wrong one. And the reason why I tell you guys to find a container, don't take it for granted, and don't think you're just being ignorant. Oh, I'm not gonna lose the pieces, because I've lost pieces before in past consoles, and I think I lost one piece on my PS4, but it wasn't really important. So you guys definitely just want to have somewhere where you either split everything up. If you don't have multiple containers to split all the screws up from which category you want it to do, you wanted to put it in, then you just put it all in just one place where you can find it, and then you just remember where everything went. There you go. Now once it's screwed on, you should immediately grab onto it and see if it's not moving or anything, and it's completely secured, and then you're done. All you have to do is just put the PS4 back, and I'll show you guys in the next step. Hey guys, now that you have the Blu-ray drive significantly secured and placed back where it was, you're going to put back the Blu-ray drive exactly the way you pulled it out. So you want to fold it, put the mechanisms face down as it used to be, and then just place it right back into its little secure area. Make sure if you have any, make sure you don't have any of the ribbon cables under, because you really need those, and just secure it. So you're going to take your screws back. You're going to take your screws and secure it as much as possible. Sometimes you're going to need your finger guidance if your tools aren't magnetic. And just screw the drive back in place. And the reason I'm telling you guys to screw it back in place before anything else is because you want to ensure that it's secure so anything doesn't move. You just want to make sure that everything is according to what you want. This actually works if you have another model other than mine. This also works on other models. So other models are pretty much the same. We'll have to do it the same way. If there isn't, then let me know. I can compile another guide on how to do it, on how to do that one. And yeah, PS4 Pro I cannot do because I don't have a PS4 Pro, but I've seen videos on it. But it's pretty much the same thing. Pretty much the same thing. So make sure you have all the connections plugged in before you do anything else, like such as the eject button. But be careful, because some of the ribbons can be very, very fragile. There is a pin on here that you need to lift up. Lift up a little thing where you place down the big ribbon. So just make sure you pull that up and then you push it down just to keep it secured. There we go. Now we've connected everything. Now we have to make sure that we also put back the antenna back into its chassis, because we don't want that to be on. That's something that you don't want. Make sure not to bend the antenna. You don't want this thing, because it's going to be impossible trying to put the top casing back. Let's see if it's actually fully secured. Make sure that when you do put it back, make sure that you tighten the screws. Not too tight where you won't be able to unscrew them back, but tight enough where you'll be able to unscrew them and later in the future. Otherwise, you just have a big mess. Alright, so now we have the antenna thing. We have to put the antenna back to its trail. So there are these little pings right here. You can see here. There's these little pings you can see right here. And there's like these little holders that hold this antenna. You need to follow the path, how they go. and do it carefully because you don't want to break the. There's like at the end. There's a. There is a how you say a connection where it connects to the PS4 directly. Yeah, and there you go. Now once you're all set with that, you're all set. All you need to do is just put back the power supply. Just make sure before you put the power supply, have it like this. Then put the connector right here. There you go, you're done. And then place the power supply back into the chassis carefully, not too like fast. And then press down on here first before anything else. And then press down like that. You want to secure this first before anything else, because you don't want to forget anything of this. Make sure you put it the way how it was before. And then secure the screws. Then once you secure the screws, you need to put back the little smaller screws, the screws that were around the power supply, and secure them. And secure it. That's the screws. Just remember, you don't want to put them too tight, but tight enough where it's secured, and you can remove them later if you need to. If you need help on accessing a screw, just make sure that you have enough room for your finger to just align the screw. Don't put any pressure on it, because then you're gonna put the screw into the system, and then you're gonna have to disassemble the system just to take that little screw out. It happened to me once. I don't want it to happen to you guys. Okay, now that we have everything in place, you need to double check to make sure that all the screws are in place. This meaning that you have to make sure that no screws are missing. Make sure that all screws that were supposed to go in here are gone and no longer there. If you see a screw that's still in your pile that's supposed to be in here, then go back and check again, because as I said, it might be important and you never know. So you want to just put it there for no apparent reason. So once you check everything is done, get your casing back. And then you're going to be placing it back. So you're going to be placing it the way how I'm placing it. So you're going to place it like this first, like as shown, and then you're going to be pressing back on the back of the chassis. It should automatically snap on all sides, and then there you go. You have it placed in. Now we're going to be putting back the hard drive, which you have to be careful, because once you put the hard drive in, now it becomes more fragile, so you don't want to slam everything in. So now when you put the hard drive back in, you need to ensure to secure it. So there is a screw that's different from the others. And it's a screw that we removed from earlier, and it has a triangle, square, X, and circle icons on it. So you want to place that back, put your screwdriver in it, and then just secure the hard drive. It's the only one that's the biggest one out of everything, and it has a bigger, wider thing that has only icons on it. It would be cool if they actually did it on other screws, but it would just be a waste of time because they would have to use resources on it. Alright, now once you secured the hard drive, what's left to do is just put on the faceplate. So place the faceplate facing backwards like this. And then you just want to make sure to slide it in, and boom, make sure it snaps, and there you go. Make sure this console doesn't look all crappy, and then just make sure that you're not missing anything. And oh, we're missing one thing. See, that's what happens when you check. You want to secure both chassis to the console. So place that in there, screw it in. And there you go, guys. We're done. We're done. I'm going to show you guys in just a moment that this actually does work, and it is efficient. So you guys don't get nervous. When you do this project, the most important thing to do is not to get nervous and be encouraged about it. Because when I first did it, I was nervous, and at the end of the result, it actually it didn't affect it at all. Just clean. It is improved. What this will happen when you clean your lens? It will improve the speed of read time of your discs. It will not only just increase speed time of your list, it will also load games much more faster, and will have a better chance of not getting that disc read error. If you get a disc read error, just most likely if it's just your disc. Clean your disc. I prefer using soap and then using a clean cloth, not a soft clothing, and just dry it that way, and then put it in your PS4 and it will work. So that's pretty much it. I'll show you guys in just a minute that this will actually work, and we'll pretty much continue from there. And yeah, hope you guys see you guys then. Alrighty, guys, we're back. I have the PS4 on completely. It works completely as it should. And I have the Call of Duty Black Ops 3. So yeah, so we're gonna test. I'm gonna show you that this actually works and nothing will happen. So we're gonna put it into the PS4. It takes it in. Nothing happens. You're gonna wait till it loads. And then 3, 2, 1, and it should load right about now. See, it takes some time, and it's gonna take some time because you just put it in. And we are gonna load Black Ops 3. Boom. This is also going to fix if you're having issues with like elo sites or anything like that, and your sites are going away. This also is that reason why it also fixes that. So if you have any games that something's wrong, it's not really showing up as well as it should, like elo sites for Black Ops 3, this actually fixes that. I don't know how, but it does. I guess that the lens was too dirty and it didn't, it couldn't read that specific file clearly. So this actually fixed it. But that's it. But if we can subscribe, if you can actually drop 500 likes onto this video, I will be giving away. If that happens, I'll certainly be giving away Zombie Chronicles for any system of your choice. So we'll see. Thank you guys for watching. If you thought this tutorial was very helpful and you want to see more tutorials like this, just drop a like. And if you guys do want to see me show you how to clean your PS4 correctly, the proper way, and just drop a like as well and let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.